Hi, this is Ron McTube. Today on the Hunter Call of the Wild, we're continuing our hunt for the Great One on Layton Lakes. And I want to tell you something which a lot of people won't know. I've been keeping this a secret. I thought I had a Great One on my map. That's right, I've been tracking it for a few weeks now. I've been trying to keep it undercover and I've been trying to discover where it went. And I finally caught up with it after taking a few nice diamond whitetail over the last Great One grind, and it was an overweight whitetail. So I was a bit gutted. Yes, it's quite a bit over, so second time that's happened to me now. So I'm a bit gutted. I should have 2 goes, but instead I've got none. But what that has done is that's made me more determined to get one now. So hopefully, third time lucky, we get a Great One. So what I've been doing this week is I've mainly been focusing on the middle river area. I found areas where big groups of whitetail sort of hang, and I was missing a few locations. I couldn't find the zones with certain ones, like what I thought was a Great One was at, for example. That was in a big group of whitetail, and I couldn't find where they was drinking. And a lot of people have been having this sort of issue, but I found this river right in the middle seems to have some big groups around these really small ponds where I'm at the moment. But yeah, the overweight whitetail, the overweight diamond whitetail, was quite a bit over, and that was part of a large group. We've got a large group here. I've just found these. This is a big group. Let's have a look at these. Is any good ones? I did see some tracks for up to 100 kilo ones, so there should be some good ones amongst it. That's a piebald, I think. There's a really nice level 3. We're definitely going to take that one. And we might try and track the piebald. But we'll have a look at the tracks and see what else there is amongst them. But there's quite a few there. It's probably 14 or 15 whitetail. But what we've been finding and what I've just been talking about is the whitetail don't seem to be at the drinking zones when they should really be there, or how they used to be. They seem to be travelling all the time, and a lot of people have been mentioning this recently. This is where we are at the minute, and this is an area I'd definitely check out if you haven't checked it out before, and all that middle river area. Yeah, they're travelling all the time, and they're not reaching the normal drinking zone times when you used to get them. So you used to go 12 till 3, and they're generally not turning up to about 2:45 to 3. So it's a very short period of time when they should be there earlier in the day. That is a diamond whitetail deer. Actually, that's a really good one. 27140 with way over 255. So that's a really big diamond whitetail. It's a nice bonus, and we found a nice group here which we'll concentrate on. There's also a piebald amongst them which look like probably a gold. It's either a high silver or a gold piebald whitetail. So we'll take that out and we'll have a look at some other big ones amongst the group. Now I'm going to show you a little tactic what we're going to do here. Now I know those whitetail have gone that way because I've spooked them, but what I've done is I've got a tent right in the middle of the river system. We'll show you this in a minute. So what I'm going to do is, instead of pushing them that way, we're going to fast travel to the other way and then try and meet them. This works a lot of the time if you know where animals travel, if you spook them, but it depends on the need zone time. So say you're in a drinking time or a resting time, yes, they'll spook, but they'll often then come back. It's up to you how you want to do this, but look, they're running away. I'm just going to spook them. There's quite a lot of trees, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast travel to my tent, which is in front of them, and then come back towards them, and hopefully it will either ambush them that way or I'll just walk back this way. It's up to you how you do this, but I like to do this in certain areas where I know what the land layout is, and often it works out. Amongst those tracks, I also seen there was another 100 kilo plus one, so we'll have to check that one out. But this is where we're going to go to, and it's a really good one. Like I say, the last time I came here, there was another big group. It might have been this group actually, but there was another big group I'd seen later on in the day. This is how I discovered this area. I was coming at about 12 till about 2, not seeing any or many whitetails, and then when I was coming at 3 o'clock onwards, that's when I started finding them feeding and all around this sort of area. So I started hunting a bit later on. I've been talking about this recently in the last few videos. I've been hunting Layton Lakes for the Great One, and I've been having some really good results, actually better later on in the day. You start out doing the drink need zones and just hammering them, and then it slows down. Once you get past a few hundred whitetails, you will notice a dramatic drop off during drink zone sort of times. But then if you go to the afternoon times, 3 onwards, then you start to pick up other groups and need zones which you wouldn't have had. And often they're in the same sort of area. So I might come here at 12, might not be nothing. I may come here at 4, and I might find a big group like we've just seen. So definitely experiment later on in the day, because you might find some great rewards, big trophies during those times. So experimentation, that's the key to it. Putting in time and experimenting, and not just staying in the same loop like I must hunt 12 till 2, 12 till 2, and don't hunt any other times or different areas. You've got to try different things to get different results. How's your whitetail hunting going off at the minute? Drop in the comments what you've been up to. Are you had any big trophies, whether it's the Hunter Call Wild or the Hunter Classic? This area is really good. What I generally do is, if I find a nice group of whitetail and I see a couple of big males in it, I'll take those out, and then what I'll do is, to kill off the hunting pressure, I'll go duck hunting. It's a really good technique for wiping out hunting pressure in areas where you know you've got good animals. Instead of killing that zone and killing 3 or 4 from it, generally what I'll do is I'll hop around the ponds, kill a load of mallards, it kills the pressure, take the 22 LR, and you can wipe out 10 or 12 sometimes in one go. Now if you do that and wipe out 12, you'll wipe out your hunting pressure for like where I've just shot whitetails. So that'll be fresh again, and you should be good, you know what I mean? When you get a respawn, hopefully, touch wood, you get something nice. But I was a bit gutted about the overweight diamond whitetail, I'm not going to lie. I had seen recently, some people's had them as well. So there's obviously something there, but it's a bit of a gutter, because like I say, that's 2 times I've had that, and that should have been 2 great ones for me. But third time lucky, we will get one. I am going to get one. I don't care if it takes 10 times, I'll get one. I'm not going to stop until I get one. So I'm very determined like that. Once I set my mind to something, I am going to get one. But yeah, it was a bit of a gut, I'm not going to lie. Right, is trying to find these whitetails. Now I thought I'd hopefully we'd cut them off, but what I think's happened is what I was talking about, the need zone. What happens is an animal will go back to the need zone sometimes after you've just shot. Shortly after, when it's calmed down a bit, they'll go back to it if it's in that sort of time. So that's probably what's happened. So I tried to ambush them, they've gone back the other way where we actually was, so maybe I could have just waited and done that. But I wanted to try this. Sometimes you have to try different methods and see what works. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't, and that's how you learn. You're not going to be successful every time, and you just got to expect different things. And that's, like I say, that's how you learn this game. By failing a lot of times often leads to success. You just got to try different things. So hopefully we're not far from them. Now sometimes what I do is, if I haven't seen a track or animal for a while, I may run a bit. Now it's generally, I only do this if I know the area, but sometimes I do it to flush animals out as well. So if you're not sure if they're there or not, you can actually use this to your advantage. Flush them out where you know open ground may happen. Now along the river it's quite clear in certain parts where we shot the deer in between the ponds. So sometimes, like I say, I know roughly where I am. I keep checking my map so I know where I am, and I can use this to advantage. So sometimes it happens, sometimes it don't. It's just a real trial and error sort of thing which you gradually learn. I built up my own style of play, playing the Hunter games for 12 years now. I can't believe it, in about 2 weeks time I've been playing the Hunter Classic 12 years. I played it from the first day of release, and I'm still playing it now and enjoying it. But yeah, over those years I've developed my own sort of style of playing, and a lot of other people have their own style of playing. Now some people will only crouch walk, they won't run, some will only go prone. Do you know what I mean? There's no wrong or right way of doing it, it's how you play. I do often see this mentioned, like you shouldn't run, you shouldn't do this, shouldn't do that. What you should do is what works for you. That is what you should do. Have your fun, enjoy the game, and just play as you play. There's no point in you crawling on your belly for the whole 2 hours of, say, your play session and not enjoying one bit of it. That makes no sense. Just do what you want to do and have fun. That's the key with games, have fun. That's my opinion, you know what I mean? That's my opinion. So it might differ to someone else and that's up to you. If it's different to mine, so be it. There's nothing wrong with that. But I just adapt, make my own styles, put in a lot of time and effort, and then just come up with something that works for me. That's what I say. It's the same with guides. I make a lot of guides, and I always say, don't take everything I say for gospel or anyone else. What you should do is, when you see guides, is take a bit of this from that guide, a bit of this from that guide, and then make it work around your play style. And often you will get the best guide from doing that. Not just follow that exactly, because everyone will be wrong in certain little aspects, and if you just follow one way, you'll only play one way. And the better all-round player, hunter in these games, is the one who adapts and tries new things and learns. Right, where's his whitetail? How's all the console players doing on Tijuana National Park? Let me know about it. I've got plenty of guides if you need any help. Also drop that in the comments if they're not covered in the guides, or if you want any new guides, but whether it's the Hunter Classic or the Hunter Caller Wild. But yeah, I've got quite a few guides for Tijuana National Park and other various ones for the Hunter Classic and Hunter Caller Wild. Hello Mr. Bear, what you looking at? We're looking for whitetails, we're not looking for bears. What I am going to be doing though is we're starting work on Spring Creek Manor. That's it, we're going to be updating that, filling that out. There's loads of trophy areas we need to fill up. So some of these animals I may have got before for Sasikiswai Trophy Lodge, we're going to be putting in Spring Creek Manor to fill those up. So if you want me to hunt any animal, drop it in the comments and I'll try and make that happen. Sasikiswai Trophy Lodge is getting nearly full of really good diamonds and rears, so we're starting to work on Spring Creek Manor with trophies we haven't got for there. So I think what I might do is this diamond whitetail, for example, he may be going in Spring Creek Manor. We'll see if we can get that piebald one, which we know is part of this group. There's also a 100 kilo whitetail which could be big. I didn't see that, but there was a lot of deer running by me. Got to watch for that as well, because sometimes if 3 or 4 of them kick you when they run by, say like in these bushes, he can kill you. This happened to me the other day actually. It's quite infuriating if you spend a lot of time as well. Say you spend 30 minutes to 40 minutes to track down a group, and that does happen, you see a nice one and you get kicked to death. So it's always good to have a med kit on you if you've got one. I'm hoping we're close now. Once you know the sort of area, and they're near where I actually shot the other one, I keep looking at my map and seeing whereabouts I am, and we're literally on top of where we've just shot the other one. What do you think is going to come in 2021? We've only just started the year really, we're only a short way through it, and there's obviously going to be new content coming on the horizon. What would you like to see? Whether it's vehicles, guns, maps, animals, drop it in the comments. We had the survey recently and that suggested some really good things, and I think maybe based off that we'll get some of the items even mentioned in it. It will be interesting to see what comes. Dogs, vehicles, new maps. Like I say, the Hunter Caller Wild is only 4 years old. It was its birthday last week. I've been playing it since early release, and we're just starting out. Like I say, the Hunter Classic's 12 years old basically now. So 4 years, it's basically a baby. It's an infant. It's just starting out, and we've already got loads of content. So there's obviously lots more to come. What would you like to see in 2021? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. Alright, we must be getting close to these whitetail now. They can't be far. Well, that's the hope anyway. We'll soon see. I was thinking about hunting with another gun today, but then I actually thought, why? It sounds funny, but why? The 7mm, the best gun in the game in my opinion. Why use something that's inferior in my opinion than the 7mm? It's good for variety, and there is a lots of other great guns, but the 7mm is just so nice to use. It's hard not to use it, do you know what I mean? Let me know what your favourite rifle for whitetail is. I tell you what I'm going to do soon though, I'm going to do some bow hunting. We definitely need to do some of that, so it'd be nice to do some bow hunting for whitetail and other animals as well. So if you want to see anything to do with that, drop it in the comments. Maybe do some tree stand hunting as well. I've not done any of that for quite a while, so that would be nice to mix it up. I'm just looking for that whitetail that pops up to let you know where they are. You normally see the back end of the deer before you see the head often, so we're just going to try and push through this area and hopefully locate the ones we've seen and see if there's any good ones amongst the bunch. We know there's a piebald whitetail male, look quite nice as well. I have got some, I've got one in Sasiki Safari Trophy Lodge in my multi-mount, and I've also got one in Spring Creek Manor. But I'm not going to turn down a nice piebald male if we can locate him. I've been watching Meat Eater on Netflix over the last week. The new series that, if you haven't watched that before, it's a hunting program. It's really good, and I must say I've had a great time watching it. It's really fun, the whole caboodle of it. There's the piebald. What's that one behind it? That's a 3. Can't be. So we've got potentially 2 diamond whitetail in the same group. We've also got a piebald. That is a special group of whitetail. I can't see the piebald from here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to collect this. I may go after it, I may not. We'll decide after we collect this. Is it a diamond whitetail? It is a diamond whitetail. He's just scraped over 25750. So 2 diamond whitetail in the same group. I don't think I've ever had that before. His antlers are slightly different as well. But yeah, I'm really happy about that. 97.63 kilograms, 25750, diamond whitetail, number 2 for this hunt. What a great start to today. Really happy about that. And we've got a piebald in the group. Now what I think I'm going to do is what I was saying earlier in the video. I'm just going to go hunt some ducks and clear up this area we're at now. So what I'll do is I'll go to one of my favourite duck spots, go and kill 10 or 12 ducks there. That'll take away that hunting pressure. Then I'll go to another duck spot, hammer that, and that's what you do in between hunting whitetail, and it does clear up your whitetail spots. That's what a lot of people do, and if you don't do it already, give it a try because it really helps. So here we are at Spring Creek Manor, and as I was saying, I'm going to do this trophy lodge up. Now we've got some really good trophy animals in here already. I've got some super rare diamonds, I've got other albinos, different fair variations, really big diamond animals, but a lot of these areas like that, for example, in this main hall, I haven't got filled up. So we need lots of smaller animals and we need lots of bigger ones. So a lot of new diamonds and different varieties of animals are going in here. We're going to make it as good as the Sasiki Safari Trophy Lodge. We're going for the ultimate package. So these ones, for example, we can put whitetail on, and that's what we're going to do today. So we've got 2 diamond whitetails in our Great One search, and they can go on these 2 trophy plaques. So we'll get the big one first. Get him in the position we like. There we go. Now we add the smaller one on the far left. There's 2 big trophy plaques there. We need to stick something in. If you've got any idea, drop it in the comments. But today we've been hunting for the Great One. We managed to bag 2 new trophy diamond whitetail, which I'm really happy about. Adding new trophies to Spring Creek Manor. I'm Ron McTube. Please subscribe to my YouTube channels. Hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.